66 degrees at 10 minutes before the hour. Daybreak Live continues here on a Friday morning. We're joined by Houston Edwards, and some of you may remember Houston. I remember Houston when he was a little guy. He is the son of Freddie and Suzette Edwards, been in the ministry a long time. And Houston, good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, Brother Jimmy Dale.
I never dreamed that you would end up in Colombia.
Me either.
So talk about that just a little bit.
Yeah, so I started traveling, I guess it was around 2017. I just worked several years, saved up, and decided I wanted to go see Latin America. I took off and
Why?
it was I guess my parents were missionaries, when I was a kid. And so ever since I was a kid, I've always had that drive to get out and go see the world. And I always had the dream of missions work. I always wanted to do it somewhere, I just didn't know where.
Yeah.
And so I took off traveling in 2017. I went and I saw Costa Rica, Nicaragua, Panama. And it was in Panama that I actually met a Colombian, my driver, who told me, you got to go check out Colombia. That's a place if you love all these countries, you're going to love Colombia. And so I actually booked a trip the next year, and I went in 2018, December of 2018. That's where I met my wife in Cartagena.
What's so special about Colombia?
Colombia is a rich culture. It's a place that's very special, and it's unlike the United States. It's a Latin American country, but I would say it's one of the most special Latin American countries when it comes to culture and history and everything that has happened there. It's amazing when you really read about its history and how far they've come and the resilience of the people of Colombia. And
You're shooting, look at some of the video right there. Kind of walk us through some of that.
yeah, so this is our village where we live. It's called Vereda Zamorano. Vereda means village. I moved and I built a house in this village, and it was there that I realized that this is where I can begin with my missions work. The schools are desperately are lacking funding, and so basically we've went in and through my dad's church, the Sanctuary Church of God on 280, we began remodeling our school there, and we've completely remodeled it. We've remodeled the basketball court, we've built a new playground, we've remodeled their school building, we've got them all new desks, new laptops, 15 iPads. So we've basically completely remodeled, improved, and equipped the school to maximize the learning environment for the students there.
Look at those kids.
Yes.
Wow. So you met your wife there, right?
Yes, I met my wife there.
And so how did this come about where you began your ministry there?
Well, I went there, it was during the pandemic, and I knew I had to make a decision. If I wanted to see my wife, I was going to have to go there, or else I would, it'd be
You got to come up with some kind of plan, right?
kind of plan, right? So I get down there, and we decide we wanted to move from the coast down to the mountains, north central Colombia, where her mom's side of the family is. We went there, and we built our home in Vereda Zamorano, and it was there that really God spoke to me, and I realized this is where the mission is going to begin, because this is where my home is. And there are also Vereda villages surrounding us that are also in need. And so we began helping our village, and we're going to continue doing that, but now we've reached a point where we're going to be able to reach out to the neighboring Veredas and begin helping their schools as well, because each Vereda has its own small school that holds anywhere from 10 to 22 kids of many different ages. And so they're 4, 5, they're 10, they're 11, they're all in the same classroom. And so what we're looking to do is help them to maximize their educational experience. I begin with 3 schools when I get back. I head back August 6th, and 3 of our neighboring Veredas, we're going to begin remodeling their basketball courts and eventually building them new playgrounds as well. And another plan I have is to build a library / art / community center in our own Vereda, where everyone can visit, the kids can come and learn, they can see artwork from local artists, and I think that's going to create a great experience for the people of our Vereda.
I was looking at some of the video, and a lot of work has been done, a lot of work to still be done. Talk about the kids there, and how hungry are they to learn?
They're absolutely hungry to learn. I think it's crazy to see the difference it's made from the first day I visited and saw the conditions of the school until now, and to see their excitement to come to school and the difference it's made in their life. And I think that's what keeps driving me, is to see that the work that I'm doing is making such an impact in their lives, and it's making them excited about the future, because oftentimes you'll see Colombians who think, I'm just going to live the same life as my parents. I'm going to grow up on this farm. Nothing's ever going to change. But now they're seeing that innovation is possible. You know, entrepreneurial activity is possible. I can make new things and I can advance my Vedeta. The limits, you know, it's limitless what can happen here in our village. And also I've pushed to make sure they see that this idea of the Vedeta, the village, it is a beautiful thing. And so, yeah, it's been amazing.
Were you welcome there when you first went?
I was very welcome, but I think the first gringo in the village. Yeah. And so,
Who is this guy?
Yeah, they were like, who is this gringo? Yeah, this guy just moved into our village. And so they were excited to receive me, but also it was just new for them, you know, and now it's become, you know, I'm a leader in the community there and everyone knows me and I know everyone there and I love them. They're my people and really, I can't wait to get back. I'm excited for it. Yeah.
So when you first got there,
Yes.
what did you find in the schools there?
Yeah, I would say a lot of the schools that I've seen, the desks are falling apart. If they have any laptops, it's one or two, and they don't work.
It's heartbreaking, man.
Yes, they're lucky to have enough pencil and paper for every student in the classroom. And like I said, all age groups are all piled into one classroom, and so that teacher's stuck trying to teach multiple grades all at once. And so that our idea of the library and art center also creates a second building where we can separate those students, the older students from the younger students, and they can kind of take on the learning experience that accommodates them. And so we also do, you can see here, this is also activities that we do for our community, extracurricular activities. Like I said, we've got the new desks, all learning materials, computers. So that's a reward I received from the local school system there, and it's been amazing. We've also laid 21 concrete floors in the homes of the students.
Did they
there.
wear uniforms? I saw.
They do. Yes,
yeah.
we also got some new uniforms
Wow.
for them. Yes, sir.
That's cool. That's cool. So that's all well and good, but it takes money.
Absolutely.
So how is this funded?
Yes, sir. So I've been a partner with my dad, his church, the Sanctuary Church of God on 280, and their church organization, that's the Church of God located in Cleveland, Tennessee. I've been working with members of their organization, and I visit the churches, I present our projects and what we're trying to do there. And really anyone who is interested in helping us there and making a difference in Colombia, you know, you can visit my dad's church. All checks can be made payable to the Sanctuary Church of God, and it will all go directly towards improving the school system of Curití, Santander, Colombia. Also, all the progress on the work, I post those videos on my personal Facebook page. So if you want to follow me at Houston Edwards on Facebook, shoot me a message, let me know you're there to follow. I'll add you back, and I consistently upload videos showing our before and after of all the work that is being done with the money that is raised.
So you're here now back in the States hoping to raise more funds. You got a big yard sale coming up tomorrow, right?
Yes, sir. We have a yard sale tomorrow at 815 Arco Dairy Road, Alpine, Alabama. And then in a few more weeks, we're going to have a Boston butt sale. If you follow me on Facebook, I can let you know exactly when that's going to be. And also, I'll be doing a presentation at my father's church at the Sanctuary on 280. You can visit there. I think that'll be August 4th. And then that's what we got going on right now. And I hope to come up with a few other plans before we leave. So, yeah.
Houston, talk about the importance of reaching our world. I'm talking about our world in the United States, in Colombia. I mean, I'm just looking at some of the video of those precious kids, and they're all over the world like this.
Yes, sir. I would say if you look at what's going on in the world today, and also just being abroad and seeing, you know, we live here in the United States, and we take things for granted, and we don't know what's happening. We don't know that the rest of the world is not like here.
Yeah.
You know? And, you know, I hear people say, yeah, I see what's happening. I see the corruption. I see, you know, the evil leaders and this, but the bottom line is it begins with you. And it may feel small what you're doing, and it may, you know, you have to start small. You have to start with what you have, but it can turn into something big. And so I just say, believe in yourself and believe that you can make a difference in this world, because if we want to make a difference and we want to make this a better world, it starts with you. So no more, what can I do about it, you know, because there's absolutely something that can be done.
Wow. Houston Edwards, our guest this morning, and that yard sale is going to be tomorrow over Arco Dairy Road, and starts, what, 8 o'clock or so?
I'll be out there at 7.
Okay,
so.
okay. And before we go this morning, talk about your spouse and how you guys got together and met and all that kind of stuff. It wasn't in Sylacauga, Alabama.
No, it was not. Yeah. So I traveled to Cartagena, Colombia, which is on the coast in the Caribbean of Colombia. My wife, she was in school there to be a veterinarian. She was in veterinary school, and we met there while I was on a vacation there, and I fell in love with her, and I started visiting as much as I could, to be honest with you. I would go down there and stay a few weeks at a time, and then the pandemic, it rolled upon us, and I made a decision to go down there and be with my wife.
How did the pandemic affect Colombia?
Well, that's the crazy thing, is they had a lot of lockdowns. There was actually a point we were stuck in a 1-bedroom apartment in the Caribbean, and we could only leave 1 day a week to walk to the grocery store and get what we needed and go back. And that was a crazy experience for me. But when we got permission to leave from there and head into the Andean mountain range of Colombia, I got into the countryside, and I saw basically the lack of regulation there, because once you got into the countryside, it was almost like there was no pandemic at all. We got into the rural towns near the coast, and there was people everywhere.
They'd never heard of it?
Oh, it was like they didn't even know what was going on.
Wow.
Yeah. And so then we get to her town, and the people there, they're more aware of it. But the thing with Colombians is they can't afford to not work. There's no help coming to them that's going to afford them to, spend the next few months just staying in the house. Mm-hmm. So basically, you just saw them with, they put on the full white suits, their masks, and they went out and they worked every single day.
What kind of work they do?
It's an agricultural region, so there's a lot of farmers there. They have, for instance, my wife's mom, she has a delivery business where she delivers queso from the producers to the local stores. Mm-hmm. Colombians are entrepreneurs, and they're entrepreneurs by necessity. There is no other way in Colombia but to be creative, because it's the way of life there. It's hustle and survive, and to me that was amazing to see during the pandemic, to see these people survive. Mm-hmm. And that was awesome to me, because it taught me so many things and strengthened my mind and my spirit to see these people do this, and it just shows me truly the resilience of Colombians,
Wow, fantastic. Yeah. Houston, thanks for coming this morning.
Thank you for having me.
And certainly give them your information, how they can get in touch with you if they'd like to make a donation or just find out more about the ministry. How's that?
For sure, yeah. My Facebook, you can find me on Facebook at Houston Edwards. You can follow me there, send me a message, and I'll add you on the friend request. Also, you can visit my dad's church at the Sanctuary on 280, and all checks for donations can be made to the Sanctuary. We got the yard sale coming up tomorrow. I'll be out there at 7 a.m., 815 Arco Dairy Road, Alpine, Alabama. And if you pay attention to my Facebook, I'll let you guys know when we're going to have the Boston Butt sale coming up very soon.
All right, Houston, always a pleasure. Thanks for coming by.
Thank you so much.
More Daybreak just ahead. Don't go away.